Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Unversed podcast. Today, the three of us have returned. While you were gone, I was definitely trying to keep him entertained.
That's a word.
It was an interesting time on Instagram for these past couple of weeks, man. There's a lot of influx of random accounts, and it's not me going into my recommended posts. Just happened to notice we got a lot of new AI posts coming in, a lot of new AI Instagram accounts, and one that just happens to be circling my reels is this. It's like this trend of AI posts, like revolving around Peter Griffin. Honestly, it's a lot of it's been great. A lot of it's been great, really entertaining, and then we get to the really philosophical Instagram posts, where like all of them are eventually just start revolving around the fact that anytime I hear or see Peter's voice, I just know I'm about to be looking really introspectively on my life at the end of that 60-second reel. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say, Oscar was sending me these, right? And I kept getting a notification, and I'm looking, and I was like, okay. And then I'll look at it, I was like, mm-hmm. He kept sending more. I was like, what is happening right now? I'm like, I know we talked about this, but I'm like, what the fuck? I just did not watch a single one, so sorry, bud.
Again, no need to apologize. Super valid. I don't blame you there. This whole thing started right after I feel like the last time we were all recording together, and like as soon as we were done, I just started scrolling, and the very first one that pops up is Yu-Gi-Oh! Peter, talking about what was the best deck that you could do. I don't remember. Right after that, 2 days later, it just started coming, man. So after Yu-Gi-Oh! Peter, there was Tectronic Peter, Piracy Peter, Peter Canic, Vinyl Peter, Electronics Peter, Emo Core Peter, Hickman Peter, STEM Tutor Peter, Rave Loving Peter, Finance Guy Peter, Mental Health Peter, Chinese Peter, Nietzsche Peter, Mexican Singer Peter, Comrade Peter, Statistics Peter, Peter Souls, Historian Peter, Conspiracy Peter, Deaf Peter, Scientologist Peter. There's Evil Peter.
I don't know why out of all of them, that one's the one that tickled me.
I'll just wait till I get the last one.
I don't think it's gonna get better.
Peter Griffin Ooze, but I think there should be a J there if you know what I mean.
Oh,
I think this is, what does this one say? Peter Farley Industries, Herpetology Peter, Linguistics Peter, Math Peter, Dragon Ball Peter, and then the last one that I found, actually no, second to last, YN Peter.
oh.
I don't know what your YNs are. Yeah, that's right. And then the last one is Vendetta Peter. I gotta tell you, this was a wild ride. This was like over the span of a week, I found like these 30 different Peter accounts, and I feel like I honestly could have sent you more, Danny, but I had to stop myself because I didn't want my whole reel to be filled with fucking Peter Griffin AI videos.
I'm glad you had restraint. Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
In which case, I started sending Oscars some of that shit.
Yeah, the Dragon Ball Peter was pretty funny too. I thought, not to say that I didn't really imagine you would watch any of them, but that one was pretty funny. That one probably would have had your bag.
You were just extra storage space.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
It's okay as long as you were entertained. That's what matters.
Hey, you know what? I was for a bit, and that is what matters. You're right. Moving on from that, guys. Anything interesting happen while you were out and about, Danny?
Yeah, what did
No.
you do? Wow. Anyway, moving on.
Look, there's only one thing I really want to talk about today.
I know what you're gonna say. Is that not Solid Snake?
You got it, dude. You
Yeah,
got
buddy.
it. Now, do you know why that's such a big deal, Jerry?
Because Metal Gear is dead. Why?
The actor playing not Solid Snake.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually calling him a Stranded Snake, which I thought was a good one.
That's pretty good.
The actor that Kojima picked to play this character was actually Kojima's pick for Snake for a live-action movie.
Oh, beautiful. Canon to the Kojima lore, for sure.
And that's pretty much what matters in the end, because Konami is really just the means to an end, but the Kojima universe, that's really what we came here for.
That's what I stuck around for.
But yeah, man, South by Southwest happened, and we got a panel with Kojima. Troy Baker's there, Norman Reedus, and I forget the fella's name, the new composer for the sequel. They were all there, and it started off immediately with a 10-minute trailer for Death Stranding 2.
Oh,
It's perfect, man. It's so good. June 26th cannot come soon enough, bro.
Is this going to be a game
yes.
you guys are going to pre-order?
This is game of the year.
No. Yes, I believe that. I
If
don't
this is
pre-order.
not game of the year, we have to turn video games off, bro. Like, that's...
What?
This could be a turning point for you, man. This could be your one and done. But with the amount of time that you put into Death Stranding 1, like, for sure, this could be a game that you buy, and then you probably wouldn't need to touch another game for months.
Well, a coworker asked me recently, is like, any games coming out this year that, like, you're looking forward to? And I just said Death Stranding 2, because I don't know what else is coming out this year. Like sure, Night Rain's coming out. Like, that could be fun, but, like, a narrative-based game, yeah, Death Stranding 2 is the only thing I'd really care about right now.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree with that. I still have yet to really see, like, the full scope myself of how, like, interactive that game can be, especially, like, the first one with everything that you do on those delivery missions. I'm just kind of hoping that that if anything we get to see a lot more, like, I don't know. I want to say a little bit more of what, like, what's his name?
Who's Sam?
Sam, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Like, just hopefully it's something that, like, more things that Sam can do. I want to say in like a creative way, because I think in Death Stranding 1 the majority of the things that you can do is just pretty much like build stuff, right? Like you can build your own infrastructure and just kind of do it in the way that you want.
Yeah, the first part is just a balance simulator, and then the next, once you get further on, yeah, you can build stuff to help you move from A to B, but that's not really the point.
Yeah, because it's not really a world building mechanic, is it? It's just more of like you helping you with your cargo delivery missions, right?
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
hooked online, you get other people, like, and their structures, and you in turn can help out with other people, and you can help those structures and like feeding them like materials and shit to level them up.
Yeah, like you can get like better boots you can craft, so
Yeah.
that way your quality of walking improves. There's like the exoskeleton stuff you can get. There's vehicles, and it's really just about like how efficient you can make the route for these deliveries,
Yeah.
and making sure they still stay in good condition by the time you get there. And then you just avoid BTs.
A lot of micromanaging of like weight distribution and shit.
Yeah, like before you go out with the delivery, you can actually pick where to put the cases like on your body.
Yeah, you want like the lower stuff on the bottom to give you more like balance, upright balance, so you're not tipping over so much. The smaller shit at the top.
And the pizza deliveries, you have to make sure the
Oh
pizza
my
stays
God,
horizontal. Yeah.
And you can't fuck. Oh my god, dude.
The triggering.
Yeah, so it's like
Big
you can't
time.
hold it in your hand, so you have to put stuff on your back, so that way you could set that on top of it too, and all that.
There was a suitcase too that you couldn't do that. You had to carry it by hand.
I believe that was like the bomb, right?
Yeah.
So like something like the bomb, it had to be done in your hand only. Like you couldn't like put it in a vehicle as long as it was sitting upright.
No, it was
Anything
very
like that?
delicate.
Yeah.
Any bump in the road, anything like
Oh,
touching it,
like blow
it's
up?
gonna like
Didn't know Sam had to be his own bomb squad a little bit.
It's just funny, like it was a special delivery, and it's very obviously Higgs, who's like one of the main antagonists of the game, and he just gives it to you, and like you, the audience, know what's going on. Sam's just like, okay, that guy was weird. Like, I'll just take this.
Yeah. Very solid sneak of him.
Yeah.
It's honestly a little funny.
But yeah, we saw a lot of stuff with the trailer, both gameplay and narrative. Gameplay, like a bunch of new like environmental mechanics, new vehicles. I mean, the delivery aspect is still there, of course.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not really mad at that. You know, like towards the end of that game, like it was very like nice and relaxing to do missions like that.
Yeah.
God, the game just looks so fucking good, dude. Jeez. I'm just gonna get lost in photo mode again. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, and the story is just going on this huge roller coaster, man. It's just so many emotions, so many like that's really fucking cool to be like, man, this is gonna be really sad, and it's just like, oh wow, we're going this route with the characters. It's really going, man. And Kojima being Kojima was funny. They were talking about like when the game came out, and then like COVID, and then like working on the sequel and like complications with COVID, and he's like, yeah, I felt bad when COVID happened because I predicted it and it was right.
Damn.
Because Kojima does that a lot. He makes a lot of opinions and statements, and they end up coming true. And he's
Metal
just
Gear
like,
Solid
"Oh, sorry,
2?
guys." Yep.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Unfortunate.
The man's the Nostradamus of our time, dude.
But yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. Like, I can't believe there's gonna be like kaiju fights and shit in Death Stranding. Like, that's
Bro,
wild.
we're gonna have Metal Gear Solid 5 in Death Stranding, man. The moment he put on Sahelanthropus on the fucking BT, dude, it was over. I'm like, okay, man, we got Solid Snake, we got fucking Sahelanthropus.
Mhm.
Like, we're back. Kojima's back.
Yeah, fucking VR shit going on.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, man. I can't. Can I tell you? I came so fucking hard when he put that on his head, and he just started controlling it like Mega 6LR.
Would you try Kojima games in VR? Let's just say you guys had the money and the setup, like full body tracking, all that good stuff. Is that something you think like would be a good game for your setup?
Metal Gear?
Any Kojima game, could be Death Stranding, could be Kojima. I mean Metal Gear, whatever.
Police knots?
Could be PT.
Ooh, PT. That's one. No, but if I had that kind of money to make a VR space, I wouldn't buy a VR space. I would get a rally car setup. You know those ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the ones?
Yeah.
Like they have like the moving seats, like to simulate the car, the G's
Crashing and stuff like that.
crashing.
Oh, not the G's, yeah. But yeah, because you remind me of those Instagram reels where like the dudes are in the rally car setup.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and as soon as the moment they get through like some like heavy bit of traffic and they like crash at 120 miles per hour, they just purposely eject themselves from the back of their chair.
Yeah,
Fucking fold themselves on purpose. You should definitely be one of those.
that would be pretty
One of
cool.
those content creators.
VR is all about immersion, and I don't really get immersed in games like a lot of people do, so I'll pass.
Danny touches grass.
It sure does, but man, I don't want to second life the fucking thing. But yeah, I would give it a try. I just don't think I would go into like the VR chats. I
Oh
feel like that might
yeah,
be too much for
I
me.
feel you.
No, that's where you want to go.
That's where you want to go.
That's where Danny needs to go, dude, because people need to get bullied again.
Yeah, I'm the
He's
man
gonna-
for
his
the
name
job.
is gonna be Old Head. This is fucking Avatar. Yeah, I just don't understand. I just don't understand why you're like this. You know, like you could be doing something better with yourself. You guys want to talk about anime?
What you got?
There is a series that I was looking into recently that I found out is going to get animated. If you guys haven't seen or heard about it, it's pretty good. It's called The Darwin Incident. Just from my understanding, it's going to be pretty gritty. Like I don't think it's just going to be like
Well, not gritty. It's gonna be more serious. It's gonna have heavy tones.
not gritty but heavier. Very
Yes.
more dramatic for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it's an environmentalist manga.
Pretty much they like save or rescue like I don't know if he's a chimpanzee or like a hybrid of some sort, but he's like basically like a human monkey mix, and they rescue him. And so he's like in Japan with this, I guess it's like it's them because I don't really know too much about the plot, but like it's like he has a like an adopted mom and dad, and he's being raised to go to school and like all these other things. And so you really get to just see him like try to fit into like Japan societal norms and things like that. And like I said, there are definitely moments moments that you would expect, like when he goes to school and he gets bullied by the other kids and stuff and doesn't know how to react because like his parents aren't there, obviously. It's honestly pretty cool. And then the trailer that came out, you know, it looks really good. It's got some good style too. It doesn't look like kind of janky or anything like that, and it doesn't have like those scenes where it's just like stills basically. Pretty much everything that I saw in the trailer was almost fully animated. Super awesome cuts too of like him basically just swinging around from his house and stuff like that. It's fucking awesome, man.
Okay, so is that the manga with the chimpanzee in like people clothes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember seeing that manga pop up years ago and being talked about. I was like, oh, I'll get to this eventually.
An interesting concept for sure.
Okay, yeah, so it looks like it started in 2020 and it's still going. So far they have 8 volumes, but the anime is not going to start until I think next year in January.
Oh, next year.
Yeah, it's still far as away, but
That's fine. We can wait because next month we're getting another anime that's going to be goated. Can't wait. It's I believe you mentioned it at one point, Oscar. Gachi Okuda. aka Soul Eater 2. It's gonna be so
right.
freaking awesome.
Dude, that shit gets me so hyped. We're gonna get Fire Force, I think, next month too. Season
Yes.
3.
Yeah.
So, are you just memeing when you say the Soul Eater 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes and no. The mangaka for Soul Eater and Fire Force has made statements saying like this is basically the spiritual successor to Soul Eater.
Okay. So then, Fire Force is Soul Eater 0 then.
Yeah, and spoilers aside, yeah.
You know, I did not know that that Okubo, that's his name, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
That's how you say it. I didn't know Okubo was an assistant for the guy that made Get Backers. I used to watch Get Backers as a kid. That was a good show.
I never even heard of that one.
Yeah, me either.
Really?
Get Backers?
Oh yeah. Get Backers, all on one word.
I might have seen this once. Yeah, this feels like that old anime obscure era stuff.
This was back during the time where the Sci-Fi Channel would still release anime late at night.
Anime Monday.
This show would be one of the shows. Yeah, Anime Mondays.
344 chapters. Damn.
If you were to show me what is anime in the 90s and you give me this one, you would be
It's
correct.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dude with the spiky hair for me.
Yeah.
It's always like him with his glasses and his hands in his pocket. That fucking look, dude. So badass.
Pure style.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
I wanted to
dude.
be that guy when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
They really need to bring that shit back.
I still want to be this guy. What are you talking about?
Hell yeah, dude. The motherfucker never gets lame. Stays cool forever.
Damn, the Get Backers, man. That's obscure
Mhm.
as fuck. That's a good.
Yeah, there's even a sequel manga too.
Ooh.
It's crazy.
Speaking of the animes, One Punch Man Season 3 coming out. How do you guys feel about the new animation?
I didn't even watch the trailer.
I watched half of it.
It was alright, man. Like I
All I know is this is gonna be it. This is like the turning point whether or not they're gonna fucking keep animating this. This is a good spot where the anime is. Garu
Yes.
turning straight up demon mode is like everything. So far, even still, to what's happening in the manga, that's like the peak right now. The manga's kind of lukewarm, but we're just building up.
where did the anime leave off?
I think
Before
they
the
were,
Garo fight.
yeah, right before they were about to kick each other's ass.
So they already invaded the was it?
The Monster
Actually,
Association.
They didn't.
Yeah, it was
did
underneath
they?
the park, right?
Yeah, it's underneath everything, but I don't think they hit that yet. I think that might be the arc.
Yeah, I still only go based off of what I remember from the webcomic, which I know I guess isn't the same thing anymore. But still, they take a lot of pieces from it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's still going, too. So the last episode for Season 2, which is already 6 years ago now.
Yeah, Garo passing out and Phoenix Man takes them to Orochi. So yeah,
Yeah, he was fighting the heroes.
that fight,
Yeah.
the Garo fight, might be at the very end of the season because there's still kind of a ways to go before Saitama meets him.
I just remember when I saw the trailer coming out, it was being resurfaced, or there was like a new animation test from Murata. Have you guys been seeing his stuff?
No, Murata, huh? That sounds interesting.
Yeah. So Yusuke Murata, of course, he's doing the manga for One Punch Man, and he's opened his own animation studio, and he's been he posted like, oh, here's some test animation I did.
Is it that van
And
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome with the sniper and the booba.
We got more of it, or at least I saw like a new version of it recently. It's a Kappa guy, it's a cat girl,
and it's the fucking monkey god.
Zayuki?
and Sun
Zayuki, right?
Wukong.
Yeah, huh? What's the
I think that's the name of what you're talking about. Zayuki?
I don't know, bro. I don't.
I don't know if there's an
an.
official name for it, but yeah, basically it resurfaced, and they're just like, why can't he just do season 3 of One Punch Man?
Oh, and it's that one guy from Tower of God. I forgot. Yeah, you're right.
It is that guy from Tower.
Yeah, Murata doing this would be fucking sweet. It would actually fit very well, honestly.
This immediately I get like fucking. Is it bad that I get like some weird like Japanese game cutscene vibe, like of them just animating? The way that this is animated just looks kind of.
Oh my god, bro. Internet always.
Look at all these fucking cars, dude.
The internet always horny, man. What's that? Yeah, you're right. It is called Zayuki. You're right. What were you saying,
Nice.
Danny? The more recent one?
Well, I just saw it like being resurfaced. Like I only ever
resurfaced?
saw the just the very first one, and then I saw like more of like how he got Sun Wukong, like he came out of an egg, and like they were like at an airport or something, and
Yeah,
and then he got recruited by
it's a
by the other
5-part
two.
series, huh? Yeah, that link I shared has all the videos. Wait, this is Journey to the West. No?
I mean, it can be. It can be.
Whose account is this?
I believe that's Yusuke Murata's.
Draw One Punch Man. Yep. I started making anime.
Yeah, I saw Eye Shield there, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude."
Oh, the last. Oh, that's why. Because the last one was March of 2023. That's the one I saw recently.
One of my friends let me borrow a Star Wars novel, so I started reading Star Wars, the expanded universe.
Which universe though?
I'm
Is
starting
the
with
important question.
I'm starting with Darth Maul. So
Is it the new canon or the
the
old
old canon, bro. Before
that
all this
is the right answer.
It's pretty great. I just finished Clone Wars. I don't know if Oscar saw. I couldn't hear him talk, but that was a fucking trip. Like, for real. The last couple of episodes, just along with everything that has ever happened, was fucking great. It got so dark. Yeah, just a different perspective of what was happening in Revenge of the Sith. For Clone Wars, at least. I just started the novel, but yeah, Clone Wars was awesome. I'm gonna watch the Bad Batch and then go through some of like the Netflix series. I think I'm gonna find a edit somewhere on YouTube or online somewhere for like all the Star Wars movies in like one 5-hour sit through.
5 hours.
All right, 9-hour sit through.
9 hours.
Shut up. So, like, I was talking to my friend about this, and after watching Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, it won't be the same. We were thinking of like remaking it ourselves. Just take out every part. Like as soon as Anakin opens his mouth, like just cut to the next scene. And do that for whenever they talk about politics. He's like just fast forward.
That's the best part.
No, just fast forward to Obi-Wan talking to Dexter, and then like as soon as they're like Obi-Wan, cut to Obi-Wan on Kamino, looking at all the clones, and then cut to the fucking Padme getting kidnapped for some reason. It's great, man. That's why I'm saying like 9 hours, because you could easily shave off fucking the majority of that movie and still get the Star Wars lore. But yeah, I gotta fucking look around for that.
I mean, there's I've mentioned it a bunch of times. The Phantom edit exists still.
Phantom edit. That's the one I was thinking of. I don't know what it was called last night, but
yeah, it's I believe it's still on YouTube. The prequel movies all cut into one film. It should be like 2.5 hours.
2.5? Are you serious? Oh, I got time then. Hell yeah. Do you know if there's one for like an updated version for the God-forsaken new sequels?
No.
Fucking good. Well, I don't know, man, because that means
You don't need to. Don't
I'm gonna
watch.
have to
Just
watch
don't
them.
watch them.
That's easier to say.
YouTube knows me too well.
What? There's nothing on YouTube?
The original one I watched. I don't. Now I'm just getting shit post memes. Yeah, there's a bunch of different edits for the prequels, but the one I watched, I just don't see it. But basically, the edit starts with the Darth Maul fight at the end of Phantom Menace, and then it cuts a good chunk of Clone Wars out, or Attack of the Clones, and then the bulk of the movie is going to be Revenge of the Sith, as it should be, because that is the best Star Wars movie.
Debatable, but I'll give you that.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. But yeah, I think I still have the copy on my hard drive.
Swing it my way.
I'll look it up for you.
I will honestly, I will give you that though. Number 3 may be the best because of the whole Master versus Padawan thing at the end.
Duel
Just fucking,
of the Fates.
Yeah, bro. That shit
is the
it's so
best
fire.
song ever created.
Unequivocally, it's everyone's favorite part about Star Wars.
Yeah,
man.
Duel of the Fates.
Honestly,
Obi-Wan versus fucking Anakin.
some of that movie too. Like whenever Big Boy opens his mouth, like just cut to Duel of the Fates. I'm fine with that. Whenever Anakin and Padme are on the screen together before like they see each other for the last time. Honestly, just give me that whole part. I'll be fine.
You know what would be funny? Just splice in a very, very, very low volume Duel of the Fates anytime you see Anakin and Padme together in the scene.
Yeah.
Just very low in the background, you would hear it.
as I get older, I just become more and more of a fan of exposition and character stuff in movies. So
You would like Clone Wars, man. You would fucking love it.
I would. I mean, I never hated the prequels.
Hell yeah, man. That, like, especially with Count Dooku, man. Dooku became, like, cemented top, like, Sith Lord just because of, like, his fucking story. It's so great. Like, it's so stupid that I keep saying this, but I see Anakin in everybody. Like, everybody's, like, has that fucking prepubescent teenage angst. One way or the other.
It's what fuels them.
Yeah.
It's what drives them. Because it gives them power.
God, it's so
George
cool,
Lucas,
man.
the GOAT.
Yeah, bro. Too bad that one fucking guy got arrested. Otherwise, like, Disney wouldn't have got their
the
hand
kid?
all over it. Yeah. There were some rumors. Like, there was one of, like, a pre-political Sidious and how he got there. Like, it was supposed to be kind of like a drama comedy. Drama romance.
It's funny, too, because I feel like I was way on the other edge, on the other side of that a couple of years ago. Like, I used to hate movies that ended up with tragedies, and now I just feel like those are pretty much the only, like, good movies. Is something wrong with me?
Yeah, you need to watch more better movies.
I mean, I watch comedies. I need to watch older movies, not just movies that are out now or around now.
Dude, spaghetti westerns.
I gotta rewatch the good stuff. How many of those have you been watching?
I just watched it too. But I got more in the bank. I just have to fucking actually sit down and watch this other one. It's about this this kid who leaves his town in Italy to go do some shit, and then he comes back and he realizes how much has changed since his childhood. I don't really know what it's supposed to be until like watch it. There's stuff on the back burner, but I just have to sit my ass down and pay attention to these movies. I don't want to like zoomer brain and double screen it, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to iPad kids something that you want to pay attention to.
Yeah. I would pay attention to fucking George Lucas's old scripts though, dude.
Well, I got a movie for you, Oscar. It's one
Yes,
I
sir.
watched recently, since the last time I was on this podcast anyways. I watched The Gorge on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one too, man. I didn't like it.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
No. Well, no, okay. The beginning I didn't like, but then like as soon as we got further in, I'm like, yo, this is like Bloodborne Dark Souls. The way I described it, it's Black Widow and Sniper Elite are fucking bodyguards in this fucking ravine.
You are correct. Yeah, I would agree with that.
That whole shooting fucking
That guy
thing was
looks so
stupid.
familiar. Miles Teller.
Yeah, Miles Teller.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
him.
Mr. Fantastic, Whiplash, War Dogs. Was it 21 and Over? What was that movie called?
21 Jump Street.
Oh, Project X.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 21 Over, Project X. Yeah, I remember these movies.
How'd you like it?
I liked the movie. Yeah, it was great.
I didn't like the characters.
I didn't know what to expect in the beginning because I was like, I just know the title. And it's like Anya Taylor-Joy, Miles Teller. Okay, I'm in. Two isolated characters getting to know each other over the course of months. I'm like, this movie's for me.
That whole fucking sniper duel at the beginning was so fucking stupid, dude. I got
Oh, you didn't like that?
I got so mad. I'm like, are you seriously shooting at each other, dude?
Yeah, it's
Oh
awesome.
my god.
I'll tell you this: since you have Apple TV, have you watched Severance?
I saw the first episode.
You should definitely catch up, man. Because season
I know.
two,
I was watching a little bit of season 2. Yeah, it's
Without
looks pretty
watching
good.
one.
It was on. I wasn't really paying attention. No, I mean it's Adam Scott. I knew that show was good from the jump. Yeah, I just need to go back and watch some more. That's also my kind of show, like the premise and everything about it. It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely a good thriller show. Looks like they did an AMA on the show a couple of years ago, and somebody did bring up the fact that Control and Severance are kind of like similar in the way that it looks.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yeah, he definitely mentioned that he sees the similarities, but there's no direct connection. But that would be cool though, because Control is a pretty interesting game. I would definitely say, I know that you plan on checking it out, but go in with the intention that you don't want to try to guess what's going to happen next. I feel like it might be funner for you that way. I think that there are genuinely some shows that you find enjoyment in just watching it for what it is, versus other shows where it may not really capture your like all of your attention or like give you a complete satisfaction. So it kind of leaves you to ponder what happens next, right? And I think that that's kind of how we get into those like I'm just gonna use the word like mindset, like for these kind of series that we watch and stuff. But for Severance, I didn't really like feel that way. I just felt totally enthralled by the entire series, the show. All of the characters matter, and all of the characters are like important and integral to the story. So it's not just like it just focuses on Adam Scott and then like whatever's happening with him and all this other stuff. So I'll definitely say check that out. I'll ask you again in a couple episodes who your favorite character is, because I have a feeling I between the two of you, I could guess who your favorite characters are, and I probably get them right. Watch the rest of the first season first and tell me what you think. If it's one of the four that work in just one of the four main characters, that's fine too. I would probably guess one of the four main characters. I don't remember his name, but he's the really nice one. He's like the tall guy, and then he's like really into art and stuff like that. Oh, and Christopher Walken's in the show too. I just remembered that.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's actually really friendly with the guy in that show. So I would think either Milchick or that guy. And if I'm wrong, then cool. Tell me who your favorite is when you get there. I think Jerry, your favorite would be there's this guy. He's basically like employee of the month. I don't really know a lot of other shows and movies that he was in. It's just his personality for me that would make me guess that he would be your favorite, because he's got like the funniest fucking personality in the entire show. He's always like second guessing things and cursing, and he's just funny.
I watched. I finished season 1 of King of the Hill. I've been diving into that. It's great.
You watching English dub?
Yeah, dude, that's the best one, dude. One you have to. Like, it sent me back to it. I've been watching a bunch of tidbits of like Bobby being fucking Bobby and good old fashioned American fucking parenting, and I don't know. There's a lot of gold in there, so I'm digging. Oz, why'd you ask me what I think of Peggy?
Oh, it just like there's just a lot about Peggy that there is to like, and then there's a lot more about her than there is to hate. Honestly, as you go through the show, just keep count of how many times things get worse because of Peggy, and then just like imagine at the end of all of that, if you had to like really like gauge whether or not she was like, I'm not even gonna say a good person, just if she was a good character on the show, because she has her moments, and I like Peggy. But watching that show probably 2 or 3 times now and kind of going through it again and again, there are like definitely moments where I'm just like, why the fuck are you like this, Peggy? Why do you make why so like what's a good example? Like what episode are you on now?
I just finished the first season. Bobby, he got the mannequin head and he started making out with it and he fell in love with it from Luann. He said he was gonna practice for the party he was going to, but he didn't end up going. So I ended up kissing Connie.
Yeah,
instead.
Con Jr.
Yeah,
That was a good episode.
I gotta watch more because I don't really have a favorite right now. Everybody's like awesome in their own way.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Even by the end of the first season, I knew my favorite character was gonna be Dale.
Yeah, except Cotton. Cotton can die already. He's like the root of everything, man. I'm going to therapy for like as long as I've been going. Cotton is like the root of everything. There's no talking to that man.
Oh man,
His shins were blown
Danny,
off.
you would like Cotton so much. He's so fucking good. I killed 50 men. I survived 3 days and 3 nights in Iwo Jima.
Oh
He's
my
just a
God.
man's man, dude. It's fucking awesome, bro.
Oh, come on, Peg. That's just cowboy talk.
Oh, my favorite part about Cotton is I don't even know if they showed it in the first season, but like Cotton has a wife because he's divorced from Hank's mom. Cotton's wife is one of Hank's classmates from kindergarten. She doesn't ever really talk too much. She's got lines and stuff, but she's more or less just like kind of sort of just there. But the way that fucking Cotton treats this
Oh
woman,
my God, yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
So bad.
He's definitely the kind of guy, like no matter what, he's gonna end any conversation with a lady with an ass smack.
Danny would
You
call
do
him based.
Oh yeah.
I didn't say that.
So fucking good, dude. Yeah, I think it might be in the next season. But there is an episode, if you haven't seen it or remember it, but like Peggy is like tasked with like taking the kids on a field trip, and they go to Mexico.
Oh shit! I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let you figure it out from there.
Yeah.
So fucking funny, dude.
So while we're talking about shows and stuff,
Uh-huh.
there was an announcement for a live action show. It's bizarre. Very bizarre.
Oh.
In the West here, we are getting from CBS Studios a live action series of Claymore.
I don't like that you said bizarre, so my mind went different.
CBS and Propgate have teamed up with Masi Oka. You remember him in Heroes? He's the guy that time travels.
Oh, Hiro Nakamura.
Yeah.
That's his. That's the character name. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's taken on the reins to help make a live-action Claymore show. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Oh boy.
I thought it was somebody else, but yes. But Oka, he helped co-produce the Netflix Death Note movie. I don't know if you guys saw it. I didn't hate that movie. Everyone else does. But I thought it was a fine American adaptation of Death Note.
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, perfect casting, of course.
Wasn't the main character one of the from a band on Nickelodeon? Nat Wolf. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, music group. What is Nat and Alex? Oh, the Naked Brothers band. Yeah, that's him.
Honestly, this was such a good fucking movie. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty good movie. It was good in the sense that there weren't too many things wrong with it, and that all of the deaths that I saw were enjoyable. It was just a very it was entertaining. Yeah, that's what I would
You're
say.
talking
It's
about
an
Death Note,
entertaining
right?
movie. Yeah, the Netflix one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if he produced this or if he helped produce this, then I don't know. I'll have some reservations about what it could be like.
They say they aim to preserve the action and complex moral dilemmas of Claymore. And that's gonna be interesting to see. Like, my only problem with it being live action is, it's Claymore. They fight demons and stuff. It's gonna be, there's a wide range of how the demons can look in live action.
Something like that, especially if it's. Did they say where it's going to be?
CBS,
Where it's going to be shown at? CBS, it's its own channel or what? It's a studio, right?
the TV network, CBS.
CBS. That's not what I thought you said. At first I thought you said CV as in Victor.
Oh
S,
no,
and I was like,
no.
I was like, hey, that studio is named after the pharmacy company. That sucks.
If anything, it'll be a Paramount Plus show.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Claymore is amazing. It's a very, very good manga. If you guys have not read it, you should. There is the joke of it being the female Berserk series, but it's a lot more than that.
Yeah, it was really good. From what I saw, the original anime, and then I did read some of it. I just didn't end up finishing it. But oh yeah, we were always sitting around and talking about it back in high school. Like this is one of the good ones. It was one of the staples that got me into manga and anime in the first place. This is definitely something I guess just worth keeping note of. And hopefully they do it justice and it doesn't end up too bad or anything like that. But like I said, with how Death Note went, I don't see it being terrible like off rip unless like they come out with a trailer or something and it's just no good. It's time to reread. Did you guys see or hear about the movie that's coming out this Friday with God, I always forget his name, dude. And he's like a fucking child actor too. It fucking pisses me off. Jack Quaid. There's a new movie coming out this
Novocaine?
Friday. Yeah, Novocaine. You see the trailer for that?
It looks great. Yeah.
I definitely want to check that shit out, dude. It looks like it could be an interesting movie.
Yeah, I'm glad they're deviating a little bit from the John Wick formula, finally.
And I think he's got like that ability where it's not an ability, it's like
in the movie he has a condition that he can't feel pain. I believe like his girlfriend gets kidnapped or something, so he takes it upon himself to go save her, and he gets put in situations and they're like, "Oh, you're like a superhero."
It honestly kind of reminds me of what was that one movie with Jason Statham? Like where he's like all like adrenaline up.
What, Crank?
He can't like Crank, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love
It reminds
Crank.
me of Crank, but he's not like a hitman or anything like that, but he's just in that like situation.
I wouldn't compare it. It's not zany enough like Crank is. Like Crank had a style to it, and this just is a action movie.
I mean, with an actor like Jack Quaid, I imagine that he's gonna try to fit in some kind of funny moments or whatever in the movie. Like that's kind of the shtick of why they chose him to begin with, right? Otherwise, they would have
Well,
gone with
yeah,
like Jason Statham or like somebody else.
he's that hotness because he's on The Boys. He also has another movie coming out this year, where it's more like a thriller, I believe.
His daddy? It's Dennis Quaid, isn't it? Oh, Dennis Quaid.
Oh yeah, Jack Quaid's his dad. Yeah.
No, Jack Quaid is his son.
So who are we talking about?
I was looking up his dad. I was trying to remember Dennis
Ah,
Quaid. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm interested in this movie. I don't know if I'll see it the day it releases, but it's definitely going to be on my list.
yeah. Companion is his other movie. Ooh, horror and sci-fi. Okay,
Is it coming out this year?
it's also this year. Yeah. Oh, okay. It says sci-fi, but that's because like he has a companion robot. See, I thought you were going to talk about the other movie that's coming out soon with Mila Jovovich.
This robot movie that you pointed out, it already came out.
Yeah, this year though, right?
Companion? Yeah. It came out already. It came out in January.
Yeah.
I think I saw the trailer for the Mila Jokovic movie.
Mila and Dave Bautista in the movie called In the Lost Lands. This movie looks awful, and I'm all in. It's a Paul W.S. Anderson movie, so you already know what that means.
It's gonna be fucking weird.
Yeah, he's the Resident Evil director. Surprisingly, the budget is only $55 million. That's almost an indie film in these days.
Yeah, no kidding.
But this is based off of a short story that George R.R. Martin wrote. Yeah, it just looks cool, man. It's got a lot of stuff I like, a lot of schlop. Oh, this came out last week.
Holy shit, man. I missed a lot of movies that she came out in. I mean, I know that she came out in the Monster Hunter movie, which I have not seen. And now that Wilds is out, I kind of want to watch this movie to see how fucking terrible it is.
I mean, I own it. I still haven't watched it, but yeah, I have it.
Ooh, watch party for sure, big dog. For sure. I didn't know she was in the 2019 Hellboy either.
I didn't know that either.
I gotta watch the new Hellboy, or the 2019 Hellboy. I didn't see that one.
Do you?
Did you?
No. A lot of people didn't.
You want? I hate it when you say shit like that to me.
So I'm just being honest here.
Yeah, sure are, dude. Save me some time. It's okay. These past couple of weeks, I have been watching the One Piece movies with Karina. We kind of went through like the first 5 movies
Oh.
over, I think it was like last weekend or the weekend before. Like just basically throughout the week. And man, I gotta tell you, dude, like rewatching the show, like everything doesn't really get slow pretty much until they go up into Skypiea. We started watching the movies right before the Foxy arc started. So like after the filler, after coming back down, after all that other stuff. And man, the way that these movies take off, they just take the fuck off. I totally forgot about that shit. Like it's like as soon as Luffy sees the enemy pirate, it's like practically on sight. He doesn't need a fucking reason. Like honestly, I would say like the way that the pacing went for the first movie is it's going to be on my top 5 compared to the recent movies that came out.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, like the first movie is good for me and how it took place and pacing and how everything goes. Like I'll tell you what is weird. The first 4 movies all involve a child in some form or another.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they just wanted to keep using that trope for a while until they got to the 5th movie. And then the 5th movie itself is, I don't know, it was if you guys remember, it's like the one with the cursed holy sword.
Yeah, I've never
like
I haven't seen that one yet.
It's like without really spoiling too much, it's like Zoro has some childhood friend that he sees on this island that they're on, and his friend is like possessed by the cursed sword or whatever.
Yeah, it's the Zorro movie.
It is the Zoro movie for sure. I didn't get too invested in that one, honestly, not just because it was like more focused on Zoro, which it kind of wasn't, but it just like I feel like that's kind of like where it starts shifting into like a more longer pace. Like things kind of fell off for me and I kind of started getting a little bored. But I am excited to show her movie 6. I think we're going to start on that probably after Foxy is over, but right before Waters. Well, yeah, like in turn between Foxy and Water 7. Because I do want to watch that before Ennis Lobby. Yeah. Now that I think about it, did you watch number 7?
Yeah, the only ones I haven't seen are the Chopper movie.
That's number 9.
No, that's number 3.
Oh, you're thinking of that Chopper movie. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't count
Animal
that as a
Kingdom.
movie. That's just the special, just like the Alabasta one.
Yeah, that was number 8.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Chopper one or the Zorro one. I don't think I even watched Dead End No Boken either, the fourth one.
Oh, that one's fun. That's like
Maybe
that
I
one's
did.
about
I
a
don't.
race basically.
Okay, I think I did see that one. Like they show up in a cave, right? There's like a giant cave with a bunch of pirates and stuff in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I've
In the
seen that
beginning,
one. Yeah.
yeah, that one. I think the antagonist is a pirate who was an ex-marine. His fruit is the syrup fruit. So
It's like
it
green,
looks like
right?
green goo.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
green
yeah.
goo, but it's sugar syrup.
Dang, yeah. Okay, so I just haven't seen the Holy Sword and the Chopper one.
That chopper one is pretty good too. Like again, like the first couple of movies are just like they got some good pacing. I feel so it pretty much just immediately takes off as soon as the movie starts.
Are you gonna read anything, Danny?
Am I gonna read anything?
What are you reading right now?
Yeah. In terms of the Sanderson universe.
I'm not touching Sanderson for a good while. I'm still going through The Bound and the Broken by Ryan Cahill. I am on the second book of Darkness and Light. It's the fourth book I'm reading of the series in total. It's a good sequel so far, and we just tied in some novella characters in there too, so that's been nice. I don't think I'm gonna catch up in time. I have at least one novella and a short story, and then I think one more main book before the new book releases at the end of this month. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. I finished reading one of Bruce Lee's books, actually, Striking Thoughts. It's just a collection of like his notes and just philosophy, because he was a philosophy student for a long time. Yeah, just some good stuff in there. It's a nice read. It's only like 200 pages, but again, it's like a bunch of notes, so it's if you condense it further, it's a lot shorter than you think it is.
Is there anything that you took away from that, from his notes? Like anything that you feel like you like, I don't know, regurgitate to yourself every day or something like that?
Picked up the digital version on the Kindle. You get a highlight stuff. So I've highlighted some stuff I resonated with for sure in that book, and in the other like philosophy books I've been reading.
I think I'm gonna take a break real quick too about it. Slowly with Shadow Rising. I think tomorrow I'm just gonna take the whole day and listen to that, because I've been just catching up on podcasts and stuff. Not really like into the books right now.
So before we get out of here, guys, we got some emails in. If you have any questions or comments, unversedpodcast@gmail.com. And we got some from the boy Mark here. I'm going to start off with the latest one, just because it's talking about something that got announced recently. And he points out, shockingly, the manga series Black Torch, which is a Shonen Jump manga, it got canceled. It actually had more volumes than I thought it did. It's getting an anime. That's pretty wild. From what I understand, I know there is like a dedicated like small fan base. But yeah, just wild to think that like something that got canceled is now getting an anime.
Yeah, especially something that's been canceled for so long. Like we're not even talking about things that have been like popular in recent time.
Yeah, like this thing ended 2018.
How many volumes was it? Like 8? I think you said?
5.
5 volumes. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
it went from Jump Square, which is one of the monthly magazines over there, and then they moved it to Shonen Jump Plus, which is the digital magazine. I mean, I've never read it. It did look cool. I would always see like the panels and pages get posted on like like those manga and anime social media pages. But yeah, that brought up some discourse on Twitter about like, well, if this series can get an anime, like what about this series? What about that series? It's not a surprise to me, but for Mark, it was a surprise that a lot of people brought up Siren.
Mm-hmm. Skyrim, and Skyrim, Siren and Skyrim.
Yeah, Siren's amazing. It's one of my favorite mangas. I say it's not surprising because I know there is a large fan base for it. Like the Reddit is fairly active, and there was it was like I think last year, like early last year, there was a poll from Shonen Jump. I think like what series you would like to get an anime, or like what's like one of your favorite series, and Siren was pretty high on the list, like very surprisingly. Like it beat the like the asterisk ... allegations. So yeah, really interesting. So his question after all of this is, what's a series that you like that got axed that you would like to come back as an anime? I mean, Siren's my answer, obviously. Like I don't know. There's a bunch of animes where I'm like, well, how about we just bring it back, like Madoka Box? Let's get season 3 of that. You know, a bunch of stuff like that.
You said my pick.
I would have to think about a lot of series that got canceled. And then there are also series that were canceled that ended up getting like some sort of makeshift ending, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. Like, it's it's hard to tell sometimes. Like, if a series even got canceled. I didn't know Siren got canceled because like when I read that last chapter, I was like, yeah, that was good. You know, that was a great ending. And it's like, oh no, it got canceled. It's like, what? Same thing with Beelzebub. You know, that got canceled. I was like, I couldn't even tell.
Whack.
But then there's stuff like Cage of Eden where like, oh, I know this got canceled because the manga just fucked off at the end and like did a bunch of random stuff.
Build King got canceled too, right? And that only like barely came out.
Aya Shimon, I saw some people bring up, which is was like the Yakuza yokai manga that the Hell's Paradise person did.
Oh yeah, this looks fucking rad.
Yeah, I just think it was too serious and slow for modern Weekly Shonen Jump, so it got axed.
And yet we kept Tokyo Revengers. Just kidding.
Well, I mean, it was insanely popular, so yeah. But Tokyo Revengers is not Shonen Jump though. I mean, you know, I can always just pull up all the list of like mangas that I think should have anime, but are they canceled or not? I don't know. I mean, I mentioned Beelzebub. Ryuhei Tamura had a fun one called Hungry Marie for Shonen Jump for a little bit. Like that could be a fun like rom-com kind of thing where like basically like the main character is this kid who like does martial arts and stuff, and he gets in this situation where he switches bodies with like this girl from like the past or something crazy, and like, you know, it's like a fun like body swap manga.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'll say this one probably got canceled just because it's so short, because there's only 2 volumes. It's Honki Daseba Omae Koro Seru. Sorry for butchering that, but but it's just basically about like this this university student, and you know, she like wants to get a boyfriend, but like she has a big secret, and her big secret is that she loves working out, and she's actually really buff, but she can't be buff like that because she is a lady.
That sounds interesting. I would like to read that.
Me too.
It's a fun one. Yeah, she ends up like, you know what would be cool though is there was a period in Shonen Jump where they wanted to highlight like up and coming mangakas by giving them a limited run of a series that they can do. And one of them was like Hungry Joker, where it's like, oh, there's like these sacred items, and they're like based off of like physics and stuff. So you had like Newton's apple, and then you had like just like a bunch of instruments from like a bunch of like scientific people and all that, and like, but they actually carry like special properties and stuff. Like that was a fun one.
But the guy who did that series is the guy who does Black Clover, right?
You are correct. There was a series called Takamagahara. Like that shit was awesome. It was so cool. There was a guy with a pompadour who used like squirrels, and he can transform them into guns, and like they would shoot acorn bullets. Like it was cool.
Takamagahara. I'm looking at the volume cover for this thing. Oh man, you know all the good is this a delinquent manga?
Kind of.
Delinquent with powers, maybe?
You know, it's just a high school setting, so of course you're gonna get a bunch of delinquents in there.
Yeah, there's definitely what do they call them? Bonchos, right?
Boncho.
Like
bonchos, they look like Jotaro, basically. Like, that's, like, the kind of style they wear. And they're always, like, big, buff, rugged guys like that.
What the hell's Bara?
They got the fit, but not the
different
buffness.
Tag, Jerry.
I really like that bandage on his arm. It's just totally fucking main character right there.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is thick, wrapped around his whole fucking hand, dude.
Yeah. No, Takamagahara was so cool, man. I think it was only like 17 chapters too, so it's very, very light breeze to read.
You know what I would say I want for my I guess it doesn't count. I would have said Michiko and Hachin. Ooh. Michiko and Hachin would have been my answer for that, but it's not. I think from what I'm looking at here, it wasn't canceled. It was just like it was just cut off.
Yeah, it was just one season.
Yeah, they didn't have any more.
Yeah, it's just like an anime original. It's really cool.
But yeah, some more Michiko. That'd be dope. That kind of makes me think if, like, even if they weren't canceled, like, really the next question that follows is just what series would you want to see animated? And it's just like,
I could talk all day.
Honestly.
I could talk all day.
Too many, dude.
That's a whole nother podcast.
You know, getting into my 30s now, I'll say this. I would appreciate some good delinquent mangas. Like, if they just decided to make that one series that we read, Clover, remember that? If they just decided to make that, like, a whole anime. So good. That's like 400 something chapters, dude. So fucking good, man.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I did. Did you not?
I didn't even know it got to 400 chapters until like a few years ago. Because the scans I was reading, they stopped at like, I don't know, like 86 or something. And then I saw it was like 400 chapters. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm probably never going to finish this. Yeah, but no, if we're talking delinquent mangas, Crows absolutely deserves an anime. You know, there's like the live action movies for Crows Zero. There's the 2 OVAs that came out when the manga was running. But the Crows universe is so good.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this before. Yo, this guy kind of gives me Fable vibes a little bit, just looking at his face. I don't think it's that serious, but it just kind of, he just looks badass.
Yeah, and the art does change a lot from that first volume cover. But yeah, no, Crows is amazing. Like that's one of my favorite mangas right there.
Speaking of the Fable, Danny shared some good news recently. We are getting the third and final part of the Fable series.
Fable 3, baby.
I believe the title is going to be called The Fable, The Third Secret.
Oh boy, beautiful.
Yeah, now I could start part 2.
Yeah, buddy.
Honestly, the end of part 2 had me thinking that was going to be the last of it, but I'm glad we're here. Yeah, have fun with that shit, dude. That was gas. All right, so Mark asked another question, guys. So he says, have you guys ever cheated in any board games or video games or ever used a cheat engine before? He says, I don't like to use the cheat engine unless it's for a game that requires you to grind a lot. So far, he's used it on games like Monster Hunter or Elden Ring.
Invalid.
Okay, I see. Okay. I like giving people whenever we ask somebody new who wanted to play with us in Elden Ring, like, do you want to play Elden Ring or do you want to actually play Elden Ring, which means like somebody's gonna have to be the mule and jump back and forth between saves to give us like the unlimited amount of runes to just power level us so we can use whatever we want. I would assume that's not really cheating. That's more like abusing.
That's
the
just
system.
wasting our time.
Yeah, that is. It's like if you got 4 hours, you can max level your Elden Ring.
It takes a lot longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, it's a couple days, maybe some breaks in between. I always cheated on Pokemon. Whenever I got a new one, I always like, wonder where the cheats are for this. I cheated so hard one time, the game wouldn't register my Elite Four wins anymore, and it would just show me missing no, like over and over and again. So that was cool. It was pretty fun.
That reminds me of one of our friends who's like really big into Pokemon back in the day, the black and white era. How he would download the perfect Pokemon, like with the perfect stats. He would just use them to breed, so that way it's like quote unquote not cheating. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. You're right on the edge.
You're just changing up the rules a little bit.
You're just nerfing. You're nerfing your cheat. That's all you're doing.
He's like, yeah, I don't use them for play. I just use them for breeding. Yeah. That in itself is just god awful. I feel like the only cheating that was ever done in games was like back in the day of Action Replay and Game Shark. All of those, of course, are just like on handheld games. So like if it was a Game Boy, a PSP, a DS, or whatever, like yeah, sure, like there were cheats that I could find and put into my ROMs and stuff like that. But aside from that, like no, I haven't really ever used the cheat engine and stuff like that. To kind of go back on what you were saying, Jerry, he uses the cheat engine to give himself like unlimited souls, so that he has things like God mode on, that he unlocks all the weapons, all the bonfire locations. So I guess for him, like it comes to using the cheat engine, Mark would just use it so that he can get all of the grinding stuff off.
Well, that's the point of the game, though. I don't know.
Yeah, some would argue that.
I mean, I used cheat codes on the PS2 days, like for some games, but it's not like
yeah,
they were.
Of course.
It's not like there were cheat codes. Essentially, like only real cheat code I had was for Turok Evolution. You can turn invisible and unlock all the guns, and I would use that sometimes, like on those levels that are just really hard.
Yeah, I think it's more like I was always using the built-in codes whenever games had in built-in cheats, right? Or like sometimes they'll just reserve that for when you like beat the game like at a reasonably fast pace, or just do certain conditions before you beat the game, or like do something like no health or like no damage, stuff like that. Those kind of games that have those kind of like cheat codes inside that you can turn on and off like on a whim. Like old Grand Theft Auto games, for example, like those were always fun.
Oh,
I think Ratchet
man.
Didn't Deadlock had cheats too?
I think Deadlock and Turok Evolution, they both on the main menu had a a sub menu that said cheat codes.
Right, yeah.
They know what you were looking for.
So for Turok, there's like some funny ones, like like big head mode and stuff like that. But there's a cheat code. You just type in zoo, and then you can go to a zoo with all the dinosaurs.
I remember, yeah, in Age of Empires 2, I forgot what the fucking word was, but there was a cheat. You could type in the chat, and then you spawn a Lamborghini that shoots.
You know
yeah.
what? Yeah, all of those kind of games, like the world building games. World of Warcraft was
Yeah.
like that too.
The RTS
World of Warcraft
games,
3,
yeah.
because it would play almost like Age of Civilization, where you like have a base on a map, the fog of war, all that other shit. And then yeah, just like what Jerry was saying, like you would just type into the chat box and just type in the thing, and it would give you like 10,000 gold or whatever. You know what I mean? Just so that you can have all of your bases and stuff built at the beginning of the match. Yeah, man, that was definitely the era. We definitely came a long way from them. I think it's funny too because we may have talked about this. I don't know how many months ago, but I remember seeing something that Game Shark was going to be coming back, but they were going to be introducing like some sort of AI, like with like, yeah, okay, here it is. The Game Shark brand is making a comeback, not as a cheat device, but as an AI powered hint tool called AI Shark. So it's not like we can go back to the way that things were, where we're just gonna like straight up break the game, but at least it'll designate us on what to do and how to do things, I guess. It's not the best, but I mean it's where we're at. But these days I don't really see the need for things like this, especially if it's not just gonna straight up break the game. Like there's no real difference between looking online yourself and just having this AI tool, because it'll just do exactly that. Yeah, man. So good question, Mark. If any of y'all have any other questions, such as the ones that we answered today, please feel free to reach out and send us an email, unversedpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.